Whether you like it or not, hunting plays a large part in keeping Loomian Legacy alive. It's supposed to be a mildly entertaining activity that holds us over until another update comes out, but if you step back from your Twitter feed of everyone getting these stupidly rare finds, you'll start to see some pretty big flaws in the hunting system currently in the game. Today, we're going to look at some of these big issues with hunting in Loomian Legacy, and try to come up with some ways it could possibly be fixed. We're starting off with a very big issue with hunting that right now can really not be avoided, and that is the fact that hunting is pretty pay to win. You can of course hunt for free, but compared to someone who spends money on the game, your luck will be severely worse. For example, the base odds for a gamma roaming with no boosts or charms is over 1 in 20 million, but with the gleaming and roaming charm and boosts, you can cut that all the way down to 1 in 81,000. Keep in mind, that's still really rare, but it's 256 times easier to get. To get enough Robux just to buy all the game passes is about $11, and on top of that you need to constantly keep up your supply of boost tokens, which you can get for free, but only from Mastery, which has a limit, or a chance to get 3 from the Lucky Wheel each day. Otherwise it's, again, about $11 for 50, and you go through those really fast. How do we fix this? First, I would say everything should be set odds for everyone, free to play or not, just like how Rainbow Vari was. But then, what do you do with boosts and game passes? If the game passes and boosts still have the same effect, then that would pretty much negate all of the benefits that having set odds would give. So, how about this? The gleaming and roaming charms will still increase your odds of finding something, but only by around 10%, like the fishing boost. But it would probably change depending on how common or rare the Loomian is. Boosts are a bit harder though. Some people have hundreds of them specifically bought for the super increased odds, and knowing the Loomian Legacy community, people would be very upset if boost tokens were just changed out of nowhere. If this were to happen, I would imagine everyone would be notified about the update and given like a week or two to use all of their boost tokens, and then if they didn't, they'd all disappear. And they'd also probably disable purchasing, so you can't just buy something that's going to go away in a week. Then after the set odds update comes out, boost tokens would be changed to be cheaper to purchase, but also with a lesser effect, probably around the same as the gleaming and roaming charm change. You'd also get to keep the boost tokens you got for free from adventure mode because they're free. Or none of this could happen, I don't know, I can't predict the future. Knowing the Loomian Legacy community though, no matter what happens, at least one person is going to be upset. I feel like most hunters can agree with this. Unless you're finding really rare stuff very close to each other, hunting feels kinda bland. Nowadays, we don't even need to move to hunt, we just click run and auto hunt spins for us. Not to mention that encounters feel so slow sometimes. Getting your pity down for 45 minutes just to get an alpha is pretty disheartening. Basically, hunting needs a bit of spice, so what could be changed? An idea I'm a big fan of is horde encounters, making multiple Loomians appear at once. It would also be cool if these horde encounters weren't always the same amount of Loomians, and it could range from like 2 to 5, and also have different species appearing there, not just one for the entire horde. They could also do something similar to Pokemon's SOS hunting, where you can get evolved Loomians to appear. This could also make pity go by way faster, even if the chances of getting a horde encounter would be pretty low. Another thing I'm kinda surprised hasn't at least been experimented with by now is overworld encounters. Being able to see Loomians on the map and just walking up to them to encounter them will not only make hunting for specific Loomians much easier, but could make you actually need to think and do stuff instead of just giving your avatar motion sickness. It would also make the world feel a lot more alive and interesting, more than just grass. You could probably still just spin in the grass and find Loomians if you prefer that though, because I doubt they'd remove that. It also feels kind of odd that the only thing we are hunting for is just gleamings. It feels like there's something missing that has been in the game for quite a while. Yeah, I still don't get why they only gave Radiance to Goppy and nothing else. It's such a cool idea! Giving regular boring old Loomians a cool particle effect would be the perfect way to give us something new and interesting to hunt, and not need to give us a bunch of new Loomians. This is the part where I talk about a bunch of random minor stuff, yay! I feel like actually entering a battle takes way too long. The black screen fade-in could, and really should, be replaced with some cool camera thingy that leads you pretty much straight into the battle from the overworld, especially now that battle scenes are taking place on the route and not a completely different area model. A button to mute Loomian cries. I just want to listen to the music, I don't want to hear my dusket go every time they send it into battle. The Alpha and Gamma Sparkles just don't really do it for me. They feel slow, and especially with Alphas, if you miss the Sparkles, it kind of feels like you can just run from them and not really realize that they were gleaming. Keep a Sparkle with the shape of Alpha and Gamma symbols, just make it pop a bit more or something. I hate that even if you spam run, the camera still sometimes starts moving and then snaps back to the default view. I don't even know how they could change it, just don't make it do that, please. I kinda wish certain Loomians couldn't be rallied for Alphas. Things that you can find in the wild with stupidly rare chances like Alpha Vari and Route Rares have little to no value when you can just rally for them at a 1 in 128 chance. There's a lot more I could talk about, but then we'd start leaning into changes with the battle system and other minor nitpicks, and that's not what this video is about. I'd honestly be kind of surprised if anything with hunting got changed anytime soon, as the devs right now probably have a full schedule with the rest of Sweet Retreat, Atlantean Part 2, Halloween, and Christmas, but I'm sure everyone is hoping that they do at least something to make hunting better. Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, all that stuff. I will see you maybe in Geese with Loomian Information 4? I don't know, it's taking a really long time.